First of all, I would like to greatly thank you for this invitation. I'm really excited to share the research that I have conducted in my PhD. So Professor Hafiz already introduced me before. I would like to a little bit introduce him actually. Well, he is my very good fellow PhD mate. We met in 2016, and we had to the same supervisor, right? So it's kind of a good experience for me, especially. I can also learn from Professor Hafiz. So this is really a great opportunity that I can come to this meeting and meet you all. All right. So can I share my screen, Hafiz?
Yes. You can share.
Yes. All right. So this research was undertaken in my PhD. The title is Bedaquid and Oral Cancer. So this is the Indonesian Bedaquid and Oral Cancer. And I work together with three wonderful supervisors. I always mention their name because I really learn a lot from them. They are Professor Nicola Cirillo, Professor Michael McCullough, and also Dr. Pang Zenzang. So Professor Nicola Cirillo and Michael McCullough are from Melbourne Dental School, Melbourne University, but Dr. Pang Zenzang is from Food and Agriculture Science from Melbourne University. So we had a collaborative research because Melbourne Dental School doesn't have the machine, the HPLC machine or LCMS machine that I really need to identify some of the constituents from bedaquids from Indonesia. So let's start. Okay, so as you know that every study, every research has a background, right? So the first background, I think the most, the strongest background that I have is because I'm Indonesian, and I really would like to contribute to my country, even though it's not much, but I really love to contribute to my country. So then I think what I do for my PhD is I think I need to do some research or research in Indonesia. And in another background, because as you know, my colleague friends from Malaysia, that Indonesia has a quite huge population compared to Malaysia. We have, this is data from taken from 2019. So we had 2070 million population in Indonesia. So the data now probably has been increased right now. And interestingly, 1/3 of those population, or 90 million of those population, are smokers. This is the data taken from Indonesian Health Department. And we also have bedaquid chewers in many islands. I think this bedaquid chewing habit has become a habitual in not only in Indonesia but in some countries in Nusantara. And also we also have alcohol drinkers, even though not so many. The number is not so many in Indonesia. I found some of the alcohol drinkers in east part of Indonesia, such as in West Papua or in Papua or in West Kalimantan. But the thing is, this alcohol containing drinking is a homemade traditional alcohol, and they claim that the concentration of alcohol can be up to 70%. So it's really surprising. And then I said that it's not only can trigger cancer, but also can burn your organs. But again, nevertheless, oral cancer and oral premalignant prevalence and associated risk factors in Indonesia are unknown. Yes, we have some data from regional research, but not nationwide. So that's why I really want to do this research in my PhD. And yeah, so this is the title of my research in my PhD. So I did 5 studies in my PhD. We divided into 2 groups, epidemiology study and also laboratory study. So sometimes I feel like I was harassing by my supervisor because why I should do a lot of study, but at the end of this PhD, I feel like I can learn a lot of things. So I would like to briefly explain about epidemiologic study because this is also related with the beta quid and oral cancer, which I will show you in a bit, right? So briefly, I can explain about the epidemiologic study. So the study was OPMD screening among Indonesian, the prevalence and risk factors, right? So that time, I collected data from 5 selected provinces. It was from Banda Aceh, Jakarta, West Papua, West Kalimantan, and West Java. So those 5 selected provinces, I hope that those 5 selected provinces can be represented from the east, middle, and west part of Indonesia. And together, I collected data from 16 health community centers and some selected villages. So it was a cross-sectional study based on questionnaire and oral examination, and the questionnaire included socio-demographic factors, oral hygiene practices, diet risk factors, together with frequency and duration of consumption, socioeconomic status, and ethnicity. And we did oral cancer risk screening using a conventional oral examination was undertaken or specified by WHO, and we got approval, ethical approval, both from Indonesia and also from Australia. So these are the picture when we collected data. You can see here that me and my dentist fellow, the trained dentist fellow, the dentist who has been trained by me that time, because beside collecting data, I also trained local dentists from those 5 selected provinces to do a proper oral cancer screening, right? And then these are the cases that we found. We found some oral cancer already diagnosed as oral cancer, and also we found many oral premalignant disorder lesion. So as can you see here, there is a verrucous, proliferative verrucous leukoplakia. If you can see the arrow, I pointed to this case, and then you can see oral submucous fibrosis, you can see leukoplakia nodular, you can see other type of leukoplakia. So this is the cases, some of the cases that we found in the research. And then, so the number of people being screened that time in total is 973. So it's not a big data, but I think I should appreciate myself because I have to do, I have to collect data from east part of Indonesia, and within a very short time. And I really hope that it can initiate the national oral cancer screening in Indonesia. And by the way, in Malaysia, you already have the active cancer registry, but not in Indonesia. So I really hope it can initiate the data that I took, can initiate the government to do a massive national oral cancer screening. So this is just the key point result. And also the key point result of the first epidemiologic study. And the interesting part related with beta quid study is that the different ingredients of beta quid could significantly associated with different rate of oral premalignant disorders, and respondents who chew beta quid with stem inflorescence. Well, what is the stem inflorescence? I will explain to you later on. they have they were at higher risk 4.2 times rather than respondent who chew better quids with better leaf, not stem inflorescence. And then the addition of tobacco into better quid chewing has had 10.2 higher risk of the people who chew better quid without tobacco. So obviously tobacco can increase the number of cases of OPMD and oral cancer. And then this is the distribution of oral premalignant disorder and oral cancer that I found, that you can see here in this chart that the most common found OPMD or oral premalignant disorders was leukoplakia, represented by yellow bar. And then the second most common is oral submucous fibrosis, presented by blue bar. So the most common oral submucous fibrosis was mostly found in West Papua WVP, and then the second most common was found in West Kalimantan. So then after we got this